Here on the best podcast available. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming along. You can find the best podcast available wherever you get your podcasts. Also, catch us all on YouTube, youtube.com/Browns. I'm Jason Gibbs, joined now by Javion Cohen, undrafted, a lot of people say maybe the best undrafted player that was out there. I don't know. You were in demand. There were a lot of people that wanted to sign you, and you chose the Cleveland Browns. And how's that experience been since you became a Cleveland Brown?
Honestly, for me personally, I feel like Cleveland chose me. Like before we even knew that we were going to, cross paths and that we were going to, eventually end up signing that contract with Cleveland, I felt like Cleveland chose me. On my visit, I knew right away. AB, Coach Steph, Andy, Coach Roy, everybody was, genuine people. And that's always been something that I've been such an advocate for when I'm playing football. It's just being around people that are genuine, people. And then you get here and you meet everybody in the building and you love everybody in the building.
So here's my question, and I've asked this before to certain players on this draft podcast over the past couple of years. When you get to that seventh round, are you almost hoping you don't get drafted so that way you can pick where you want to go? Or is there still hope that you want to get drafted?
You hear that, and I feel like logically, mentally, you're thinking, all right, I don't want to get picked at this point because, yes, you do have the chance to be able to go wherever you want to go or whoever wants you, you get the chance to sign there, but I think selfishly as a player in your heart, growing up, watching the draft, seeing all the other players get picked, you kind of do want to get picked. And it turns out the way that it turns out for whatever reason that God wants it to be that way. And I'm, forever thankful that it did turn out this way because I landed exactly where I was supposed to be.
What has your experience been like since coming here? It's kind of a whirlwind. Once the draft is over, it's rookie minicamp, getting up to speed with not just what's going on in the building, but the area, like where are you going to live, what are you going to do, and getting up to speed with rookie minicamp right into OTAs and lifting and rookie success classes and classroom work, and then it will end in just a few weeks with mandatory minicamp, and then a chance to catch your breath for 6 weeks, and then it starts for real in August at the Greenbrier in West Virginia.
It's an experience for sure because you're in the NFL. You understand this is a different level of football. It's a different requirement upon, not only your mental but your physical and everything that goes along with that. But the staff that we have around here, the people in this building, top to bottom, it makes it such an easy transition, such a transition that's worth it. In my opinion, I don't look at any day that I walk in this building as, it's going to be a long day. No. I enjoy going out there holding the bag for the vets all day long. I enjoy listening to music during practice. You don't get to do that in college. I come from
well,
yeah, you don't get to do that in college. So I enjoyed all the little moments. We had Charles Woodson, great guy, great player. Came out there and just really spoke with us about, appreciating and understanding the value of the moment. I get to do that every day, So I don't even get to look at it any other kind of way other than I get to come in here, be a Cleveland Brown, work hard, and live my dreams out every day. So the transition to being an NFL player coming from college, especially up here in Cleveland, specifically up here in Cleveland, has been amazing each and every day.
Talking with Javion Cohen, undrafted out of Alabama, and prior to that, you. Do I have that right? Flip it. I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
I had the schools right.
Got them both.
Yeah, exactly. What has Coach Andy's advice been to you, especially from the offensive line standpoint here?
Well, we all know, standard offensive line group, especially here in Cleveland. Again, I keep having to say especially because this is something that I've learned, being a part of this program right now is we're the soul of the team, the culture of the team, and we're 5-1 whenever we're out there. So definitely something that I learned myself and also what Andy has taught me is just to keep your head down and keep your ears open. Listening when the vets speak, because when they speak, it's something worth learning, and perfect your craft outside the building, not just inside the building. Be a pre-snap winner on the offensive line, and all these things. I've seen myself progress from getting here on the ninth till today. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be more of a man when it comes to taking care of business and all the things that go along with, being an NFL offensive lineman, but specifically offensive lineman for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, and there's, and Coach Andy, it's his first year here. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you're coming in with a coach that's experiencing everything for the first time here. What's it like? You look over in the meeting room, and there's Joel Bitonio, and there's Wyatt Teller, and there's Jack Conklin, and there's some guys that have some mileage on them that have seen a lot of stuff here. How big a help have they been as you work your way through things?
I mean, it's so awesome to, you hear a lot about rookie duties. You hear a lot about those kind of things.
Oh yeah,
go on with rookies and you get in the building. I feel like the only duty we've had with Joel is we had to tell him a joke before the meeting one time. Each one of us, me, Zoe, and Zach, had to tell him a joke one time before the meeting. Other than that, man, it's so awesome to be around guys who so humble and are so appreciative of the fact that we all love the game together. So we're all here to share knowledge together. I remember we were doing drills. The rookies were doing drills a lot more than the pros were doing, because they had their days and then they were off. So we came in with doing new drills with Coach Roy and Coach Andy, and we come back and he want us to go first and do the drills. And Wyatt, he's having a little trouble doing the drill. Of course, I mean, he's awesome guy, athletically gifted, all the above, like great dude. And I'm just like, hey, Wyatt, this is how you do it. And Wyatt's like, oh yeah, for real? All right, come on. And then we did the drill. And then, it's that kind of humbleness, that kind of attitude and approach toward the workday that you really appreciate, being a young guy, having that kind of room behind you. Poe teaches me about all different kind of blitzes and understanding the first, second, and the third level. Joel with his techniques, Jed with his techniques, DeJuan, even being a second-year guy, still taking time out to practice to talk to us. It's very, you're very appreciative, what I'm saying? And like I say again, you can't have nothing better than Cleveland. It's been awesome being here. Like, these guys have made this place very special.
Is there a favorite food in the cafe? Because I don't know what it was like where you were in college, but it's you get spoiled here.
That's what I'm saying. Now, Miss Nicole, Miss Holly, Miss Christine.
Absolutely.
They know me by name every day I walk up in there, because I had to make sure they understood that I'm going to see y'all every day. So my boy Tyler been on them camel bites lately. I had that camel sirloin. Funny thing, Zach thought it said caramelized when he read it, so he just ate it. It was like, that's good. I said, you know what this is, Zach? He said, caramelized onions and sirloin steak. I said, yeah, I'm going to let you believe that. For me, I think right now it has to be the macaroni, and I got some in there right now too. The macaroni is top tier, and that's my favorite food overall. Burgers, yes, but Tyler is a master on that grill.
He is. The griddle is underrated. I tell people, when you go into the cafe, if you've not been in the cafe, don't just start at the beginning and think that that's all there is. You got to take a lap. Brother. You got to see, and especially once you get into season, there are things that pop up, and you're going to find, it's a tip of the iceberg right now. It's kind of like it's the summer months. Once you get into September, it's a whole different world.
What?
Yeah.
Man, you can't tell me stuff like that. I'm telling Lavelle, man, stop putting s'mores out there. I'm trying to watch my weight. Honestly, yeah.
Well, that's me too.
Exactly. So you got to stop putting s'mores out there. It's not cool. You walk in the cafeteria, man, you can look left and stop right there and be full for the day. So it's been awesome. Like, nothing like that.
Good. Javion Cohen joins us here on the best podcast available. What's your goal? When mandatory minicamp ends and you get a chance to catch your breath, go see some family maybe 6 weeks before the regular season begins and the countdown to the regular season begins. What are your goals? What do you want to work on, especially now that you've seen what's gone on, you've been in meetings, you've been working with the vets? What do you personally want to work on and have ready to go when late July runs around?
Honestly, I think that can venture out into a lot of categories. Being a professional player is always something to work on, and then never something specifically more than anything else, because you always want to continue to achieve, be better. So for me personally, I would say I want to work on continuing to be consistent in everything that I do. Consistently showing up early, consistently staying late, consistently knowing the offense, consistently understanding defense and defensive coverages, consistently eating right, consistently, everything. Everything down the list, but being more and more consistent, because we all know consistency is what's going to take you far in this league.
That's what Joe Thomas talks about all the time with us. And Joe will be here at some point in the fall, and you should be picking his brain, because he wants you to pick his brain. He wants to sit down with you and study, and he wants to watch tape. And he's a junkie like that, but he is routine. Even though he's retired. At 5 a.m., he's sending me a text message from Wisconsin. He's getting ready to work out. I'm like, you go work out for me. I'm not. That's not happening. No. But, he's got his routine, and it's about, like you said, being consistent. And you get that to that point where it's just what you have to do.
Second nature, subconscious. That's a lot of people don't know. In high school, when I was getting ready to go to Bama, I actually tweeted out at Joe to try to get information. So now I'm gonna finally get my chance. You best believe I got a book for him to answer when he get up here. So
he loves working with the young guys.
Yeah,
he just
glad to hear that.
You. I will tell you, you have to be the aggressor though. You got to go to him.
No problem.
And it'll be really good.
Okay.
It will pay dividends for
I'll
you.
use that for sure.
I'll leave you with this, and I'll let you go here because I want you to go enjoy your weekend. Well-deserved weekend off. What else do you do outside of here? What do you do for fun? And what do you want Browns fans to know about you? What's one thing that Browns fans should know about you?
Actually, what I do for fun is this. I love interviewing. I love talking about sports.
Yeah?
And, anything to do with sports, talking on a microphone or the camera. That's what I love to do. So that's probably the most interesting thing I like to do after. And I just want Brown fans to know that I'm thankful to be here. Thankful that they're the fans of this team. Thankful that we have this organization that we have together. And we expect to see y'all in February as well.
From your mouth to God's ears. Let's hope. Javion Cohen, congratulations on everything. I'm rooting for you. I asked Victoria. I've been harassing her for weeks to get you on the podcast here. I'm super pumped that you're able to spend a few minutes with us. I am rooting for you big time. Soak up as much knowledge as you can from that room, because they're all great guys, and they're all good people too, more importantly, not just great players. So I wish you all the best of luck. Enjoy some family time in the coming weeks, and we'll see you at the Greenbrier in West Virginia.
Yes, sir. Thank you for inviting me on the best podcast ever.
I like it. Best podcast ever.